Joining me right now is Dr. Alexis Abramson, author of the Caregiver Survival Handbook. And thank you so much for being here. I've been making my way through this book. I am learning so much. Why did you feel it was so important to write a book like this?
You know, Joan, there are two reasons really. From a personal side, I was a caregiver for 10 years for my grandmother, and from a professional side as a gerontologist and someone who's passionate about caregivers, I felt like we have a caregiving crisis that's coming. There are currently 44 million caregivers, and when you think about that and you think about the next 10, 20 years of baby boomers, I felt like I had to create a blueprint that would help them get through and be their own CEO of the caregiving challenge. So in the book, there are things such as how not to feel guilty, like you said in the introduction, how to juggle your responsibilities if you live as a long distance caregiver. I mean, you're going through it in the sandwich generation right now.
Yes, and I have little children, 4 children under 10, and then 20-somethings, and my mom's in her 90s. And it's something that we should talk about, but you don't tend to talk about.
It's the white elephant in the room,
isn't it?
It's
the white elephant in the room. I think we just can't get the words out of our mouth as to, gee, let's talk about what you're going to do when you can't really take care of yourself anymore. And I so wish I had asked a lot of questions. I got thrown into it, and all of a sudden you're in this world where you need to understand the difference between senior care and assisted care and
nursing homes, retirement communities, all these long-term care
hard.
Yep.
And you know, I had my mom living with my brother who was suffering from the advanced stages of type 2 diabetes, and when he died, I had to move her out. She could not live on her own. Did not want to move in with me. I had little kids running around the house, and I lived on the East Coast. So I moved her into a senior care facility, but I learned right away that it wasn't enough. I mean, putting her into an apartment by herself, she was all alone.
Right, she needed more
scared
care.
her to death.